All right, this video is for our green architecture class, and we are moving into activity 1.4, which has to do with measuring and calculating perimeter and area. Hopefully these should be review to you. You should have had this covered in your math classes in your previous years of school. We're going to apply that and see how that fits into the architectural side of things. So, as we do the PowerPoint, I would strongly encourage you get your uh, engineering notebook out, your little red notebook that I provided for you. Take some notes because you may have a quiz that deals with this, and in fact, I know you'll have a quiz that deals with this, and you may use your notes to help you remember some of these formulas. You don't have to memorize as much. So, let's get our notebooks out and prepare to make some notes on a few items here, perimeter and area. Here we go. So we have to start out and ask the question, what is perimeter? Think back to your math class. You probably remember this. Perimeter is the sum of all the sides of a shape. So if we add the length of this side plus this side, and this side, we add them all together, that gives us the perimeter. For a rectangle, we can use the formula that says perimeter is 2 times the sum of h plus w, where p equals perimeter, h equals height, and w equals width. If we have a rectangle that is 3 by 2, what is the perimeter for this? Well, we plugged it into our formula. Perimeter is 2 times h plus w. Plug in the 2 and the 3. That's 5 times 2 gives us 10. A simple perimeter calculation. We'll do a couple more here that will get us a little more involved and start using some of our architectural notation we've been working with. So now if we take a rectangle like you see, this one is 6 feet 6 inches and a height of 4 feet 0 inches. What is the perimeter? Now, it's hard to add these together in a real simple way, so we need to put to practice something that we've been learning about, and that's converting things like architectural units to decimal feet. So if we're going to convert that 6 feet 6 inches to decimal feet, we have a kind of a fancy formula here, but in the long and short of it, we say 6 feet plus 6 inches divided by 12. Okay? 6 inches divided by 12, the units of inch and inch cross out. That becomes 0.5. So 6 feet, 0.5. 6.5 feet gives us the length of this side. Now, with that, we're ready to put this all together. 4 plus 6.5, if we do the math on that, what do we have? 10.5 times 2 gives us a perimeter of this rectangle of 21. How about another one? 8 foot 4 inch by 4 foot 3 inch. The simple way to do it, leave the feet alone, divide the inches by 12. Leave the feet alone, divide the inches by 12. So it's 8 plus 4 divided by 12 gives us 8.33. We have 4 plus 3 divided by 12 gives us 4.25. Now we can just simply plug those into our formula. Perimeter is 2 times 4.25 plus 8.33 gives us 25.16. Now, feel free to use your calculator. I don't expect you to do all this by hand. Use the tools that you have. You should all probably have a calculator, I'm guessing. So use that as your tool going forward. What if we have a strange looking shape like this? It may not be as simple to plug it into that formula, will it? Well, we can just add up the sides. Side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add up our sides. That gives us our perimeter. How about if we have mixed numbers again? Well, there's one more step we have to do, isn't there? We have to start by converting these architectural notation numbers into decimal feet. So what's the area? Area is a two-dimensional surface enclosed within a specified boundary or a geometric figure. All right, so we've probably seen area before. We're talking about a 2D shape. So we say area is height times width. Using these abbreviations, A is area, H is height, and W is width, we can say area is the height times the width of a rectangle. 3 and 2 means we have area is 2 times 3 gives us 6 square inches. Don't forget the square part of that. What if we have a mixed unit again? 6 feet 6 inches. Remember what we had to do with this guy? Convert that to decimal feet. We already know how to do that. 6 point, and then we have to just take 6 divided by 12. That's 0.5. So 4 times 6.5 gives us an area of 26 square feet. Don't forget the square feet portion of that. Units are very important. What's the area of this one? Again, convert our numbers from architectural notation to decimal feet. 4 divided by 12 is 0.25. 3 divided by 12 is 0.33. Becomes 8.33 times 4.25, giving us 35.4 square feet. What happens if we get an odd shape like this? Now, it was really easy when we had a nice rectangular shape. What happens if we have an L shape, kind of a backwards L? Well, we probably want to start by making get our conversions done, but let's break that down a little bit, okay? Let's break that down a little bit. We want to break that down so we might have a line right here. That being the case, we'd have 3'6", which is actually 3.5 feet times 3.5 feet. And then we take the other half of the rectangle. So if I draw an imaginary line right here, I have 5 feet 6 inches, which is 5.5 feet times 3 feet. That's how we would break that down. So break it into easy shapes. We've got an L. Let's break it into a rectangle there and a rectangle here. Once you've got the area of both rectangles, you simply add them together. What if we have to find some area and perimeter of some things like a room? So you need to buy floorboard trim. So you think of your floors of your walls of your house, and that bottom of the wall, oftentimes if you look at those, there is another piece of, we call it trim, that's down there that protects the floor. It protects the wall from things like chairs and cabinets and things from bouncing into it. So how much do you need of each? Okay. The door opening is 3 feet wide. So if you can envision this opening right here, that's a door opening. We don't need floor trim there, do we? We just need it the rest of the way around. So what we need to do is figure out the perimeter. Well, if we know this is 10 feet here, the door opening is 3, and we have an extra 1 foot, we know that this is 14 feet. Okay? 14 feet minus 3, because of the door opening, there is no floor, no wall there. So it's 14 plus 14 minus 3 plus 10 plus 10. Add those all together, we have 45 feet of trim. If we had the door in there, we'd actually have 48 feet of trim. But in this case, because we don't need floor trim right there, we can subtract the 3 feet from it. What if we wanted carpet for our room? Does this have any bearing on it? No, it doesn't, because we still need carpet right in front of that door. So area is height times width. Height is 10 feet, and we knew that this is 10 plus 3 plus 1, so it's going to be 10 times 14, or 14 times 10. Do our calculations either in our head. That's an easy one we can probably do in our head. But if it's a difficult number, we could use our calculators. That means it's 140 square feet of carpet. Very important. If we go to the carpet store, maybe Suburban Furniture or Lowe's or Menards, we want to buy carpet, we need to know how much carpet we need. If we don't do our calculation correctly, and maybe we only buy 130 square feet of carpet, you're going to get home, try and carpet your bedroom, and you're going to run out of carpet. That'll look kind of silly if we don't have carpet going wall to wall. So that is our PowerPoint on area and perimeter. We'll apply that to our activity as we start doing some work with calculating area and calculating perimeter of rooms, and we'll use this on successive activities as we go forward.